Who won the debate?
Oh, Kamala Harris.
Kamala won?
Yeah, that's what the news was saying.
People are here to listen to Trump and Harris, not listen to the moderators.
I have a hard time thinking of anything other than they're eating dogs.
It was like watching two third graders argue over the last now and later.
Seeing Trump fumble about illegal aliens giving transgender operations in prison, it solidified that he has no winning in this race at all.
Who won?
I think Trump won, but Kamala really did good.
It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah?
Yeah, the look of disdain on Kamala's face, it kind of carried the whole thing.
Do you think the debate was biased?
Yes, definitely was biased. The questions were not even comparable.
Anybody who votes for Trump is a loser.
Kamala came out more prepared than I thought. It sounded like she kind of, memorized pretty well.
No, I'm pro-Trump if we had to pick a direction.
What do you guys think of Putin endorsing Kamala?
You know what? If more people are on her side, then I guess that's good.
Welcome back to the Black Summit. I'm Brooks, and today we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, a battleground state, asking people what they thought about the debate. And we're also asking people who they're voting for. So if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe.
Walk with me. Harris, 100%.
Harris won?
Yeah.
Why do you say Harris won?
Because she exposed the true character of Mr. Trump. Listen, I've met him twice. I've had 2 encounters with him.
With Trump?
Yeah, and both have been very revealing and disappointing.
A lot of people are saying that Kamala won. Do you agree with that?
I think the expectations were higher for her because she entered the race late, so she hadn't been battle tested in public venues. Then when she got the nomination, she was kind of still lying low. So I think there was more to lose for her, and I think she didn't miss expectations. It's hard to say she exceeded expectations because it's such a dynamic thing. You don't know what you're going to get with Trump. I'd say, yeah, she won in that regard.
I don't think the debate really matters, because I think when Hillary and Trump had a debate, Hillary actually won. That is what the news was saying again, but Trump won the elections. Yeah, but in the first debate, I would say definitely Trump crushed Biden. But this debate was more neutral.
Who do you think won, Kamala or Trump?
I'd say Kamala won.
Yeah, what about you?
Definitely Kamala, yeah.
Kamala?
I think he was put off his game. You know what I mean? Kamala put him off his game. And I've seen him annihilate some other people.
Did you watch the debate?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah? What'd you think about it?
I think Harris rocks, and I think Trump is a piece of garbage.
3 minutes in, she had him scrambling and spiraling, so I feel like that alone, it's like weeks before, everyone was like, all right, she's gonna bait him. 3 minutes in, it was like, okay, she baited you pretty quickly, and it feels like you would have had training of don't fall into this. Took 3 minutes and he did.
He's not the best of the debaters, in my opinion. But again, based on how the guy does deals, how the economy was when he was president, again, data-driven, I prefer his policies. Again, not the person, his policies.
Did you watch the debate?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
If there was ever a moment to believe there was a deep state, it's a flashback to 8 years ago, but not 8 years ago. 315 million people, and these are our choices. Seems a little questionable.
You think Trump is put in place by the deep state?
No, I just think this whole show that we're witnessing is quite entertaining and sad at the same time.
You're an undecided, I'm guessing.
No, I'm pro-Trump if we had to pick a direction. But you're talking about the lesser of two evils. It's not like I'm oh, this is my dream guy. It's just kind of when you're in the 16th century and you're you're going to marry this person or this person. I'll be okay.
I'm worried. That's what I think about the debate. I'm worried about this country.
What worries you the most?
Personality dictates leadership. If our leadership is terrible, then the personality of the country will be terrible.
The consensus is that Kamala won. What do you think?
100%. There's no doubt about it.
What'd you think about Trump saying that the migrants in Springfield, Ohio were eating the dogs?
You can't, it sounds like it's a South Park sketch almost in a way. And it's just kind of ridiculous that this is what the Republicans elected to be a part of them, I guess.
He said the migrants are eating dogs. What do you think about that?
Why bother? Why say something like that? I mean, you don't know that for sure. Somebody said that, you heard it somewhere. Why? It was careless. It's reckless. That makes me worry about his age being up there a little bit. The filter, I worry about that. But the man gets stuff done, though. He gets stuff done. That's what I remember about the past presidency. That's what matters to me. I can overlook the craziness. I can overlook some of that stuff because he's been a billionaire his whole life. He's been able to say what the heck he wants to say and do what he wants without repercussion, and that's just him. But he gets stuff done. I think he does care about a country.
Oh, that was kind of very radicalistic. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think that happens. Anything like that happens because there was no report on that anywhere. So that was pretty stupid. I wouldn't say stupid, but it was kind of very stupid thing to say.
I found out that it was an exaggerated thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it really isn't true. Who knows what's been covered up by who or whatever. But, like, as far as the facts that we know and we can see, I think it was an exaggeration on his part.
Eating cats and dogs?
Yeah, what did you think about the cats and dogs thing?
You know, I think it's funny, but in a sort of tragic sense, because both Trump and his vice president candidate, J.D. Vance, they say these provocative, crazy things. It's like doing what's considered illegal at Arlington Memorial Cemetery, and his justification is, well, the families invited me. Well, if the families are MAGA Republicans, of course they're going to support you. So that the whole cats and dogs things, it's so outlandish. And so, again, that goes back to, is that a win for Kamala? Probably not, because people who support him think he's being serious, and maybe they believe it. And people just think it's like, this seems kind of crazy. We got bigger issues to deal with than that, especially unfounded.
He said the migrants in Springfield, Ohio were eating the dogs.
And the
And the cat.
Did you agree?
No, I don't feel like there's been any evidence of people eating domesticated dogs and cats, to be honest.
Could be wrong.
Pretty sure the moderators also live fact checked that, and so that they checked in with the city of Springfield, and that is not actually a thing that's happening that they've gotten reports of.
Do you guys think that the moderators were fair?
Yeah.
Overall,
Yeah.
I would say yes.
I would say overall, yes. I appreciated the live fact checking, to be honest. I think that in a U.S. presidential debate, the idea that somebody can just go out there and literally say whatever pops into their head, and that there's no sort of any rebuttal, just being like, dude, nobody's killing babies after they've been born.
Do you think the moderators were fair?
Nah, they were heavy on the Democratic side, like heavy, like trying to make Trump look like a piece of shit. I mean, which he is, but Kamala not great either. So, I mean, it's like, who you gonna vote for, you know?
Do you think the debate was biased?
Yes, definitely it was biased. The questions were not even comparable. The question, they were very easy on her. She didn't ask the hard questions, and I think it was very biased toward Harris.
Good.
I'm not American, I'm from Canada. So,
Okay, that's
yeah.
interesting. Who are you rooting for?
Trump.
Trump?
Yes.
I think in the first debate, the moderators were more fair. In this, they were trying to support more Kamala Harris.
Do you feel like the moderators were fair?
I felt like the moderators had a debate with my wife. She was kind of upset at the moderators where they kept letting Trump interrupt them. And I said, people are here to listen to Trump and Harris, not listen to the moderators. I thought the moderators were fine.
Who controls mainstream media?
Corporations.
Okay, well, there's your answer.
All right. You think the moderators were fair?
Go for it. That's you.
I think they're just straight down to business. But I mean, they're definitely
biased.
they're definitely on the liberal side. But I mean, I feel like that's all the media. So
So you think did Trump get a fair shake?
yeah, he totally
he
got
needed a
fair shake.
beatdown.
Yeah. I think he was just on his best behavior, like he's not acting too crazy anymore.
It sounded like he was interrupting Trump more than towards Kamala. Kind of biased towards left. I understand, it's ABC. But for example, some questions that was asked her, she didn't answer. Like, for example, I think it was asked, have you met with Putin? And she didn't reply. She said, with Zelensky. She kind of, changed the subject.
What do you guys think of Putin endorsing Kamala?
You know what? If more people are on her side, then I guess that's good.
So you guys welcome Putin into the party?
You know what? I ain't welcoming Putin into nothing. I ain't welcoming him into nothing. All I'm saying is that either he sees it as a weak play, you know what I mean, or he has respect. So we'll see how it plays out over time.
I won't say Putin endorsed Kamala Harris. Putin is trying to be a disruptor in our election, trying to sow division, trying to just create problems, right? So he's doing what he's good at, and he's been doing it for decades.
Since you're an independent voter, did the debate move the needle at all for you?
I don't think so. It did. Like, it's still very difficult to kind of choose which one to go for. But I think we need one more debate to understand what would be the best choice for the president.
I like Kamala's views on affordable housing and shit like that. I don't know, man. I'm honestly, man, I'll probably be a split-second decision when I get in the booth on who I vote for. They both got good ideas, I guess, that I believe in, but they also both got shitty ideas that I don't believe in.
The fact that she is the only presidential candidate who has voiced anything about ending the genocide in Gaza Like, she's literally the only one. And that's like such an important issue to me that is like the big kicker for me for voting for her, is that she has issue that she wants to make a change over there.
What's going to happen on election night?
I have no idea. I really hope that Kamala can pull through. I think that she's showing like importance in the polls, even though like the polls aren't really like the final say. I just really hope that people are more like woken up to how Trump really just does not know what he's doing when he's running the country, and how he's just not a suitable candidate.
As a woman, I view this election truly as kind of a life or death situation as far as the direction that this country goes years and years and decades and centuries into the future for the rights of women and minorities. I don't know, after 9 years, to hear I have concepts of a plan is more concerning to me than somebody who's been the vice president for a couple of years and is not the Biden administration herself. As she said last night, she's not Biden.
Is he a great, in my opinion, role model? No. But nobody is. Nobody's perfect. My opinion is you should vote for policies, not people.
I think Trump's ridiculous. I think she's ridiculous. And I think all of this is ridiculous. And I wish my taxes were going towards something that I actually believed in.
I think Kamala is going to win because she's better and she's not an idiot, and anybody who votes for Trump is a loser.
What's your favorite Kamala policy?
Don't know any of them either.
So you're going to blindly vote for her?
Yeah, absolutely. Trump is an embarrassment.
I don't feel the same way, but it's good to know that, how you feel. I personally don't think I don't think we should be talking about who we're voting for. I think we'll all get along better if we can keep it private. I don't think it's meant to be a public thing. Like 30 years ago, our parents, our grandparents, 50 years ago, they weren't sharing who they were voting for. It was private, and I think it should be private.
Okay.
And I also think we should be basing it on policy and what's going to be really good for our country, and not virtue signaling.
Who won?
I think Trump won, but Kamala really did good. I think people probably have more faith in Kamala after she did so well last night, but I'm still going that Trump won it.
You going to vote for Trump?
I am.
I'm pissed about celebrities giving opinion. Well, the result doesn't affect their lives because they're so rich. They are having a whole different lives than average people and Middle East people.
On election night, will North Carolina go blue or red?
That's hard to say. We've been very close to being blue in the past, even last election cycle. So
I'm gonna say blue only because of Gen Z this time. I think that potentially the young vote coming in this year and being able to kind of aid on that side, especially for North Carolina, is gonna push us into the blue. I think it'll be really, really, really small margins, but I think that we could get there this year thanks to the Gen Z vote.